Hey, welcome back to React University. I am Corey.
And I'm Dana.
And today we are back with another episode of Shogun.
That is right. We are reacting to Season 1, Episode 4, The Eightfold Fence. But before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, comment, subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, and hit the notification bell so you always know whenever we drop something new.
Guys, also don't forget you can watch the full reaction to this episode right now on our Patreon page, so please go and support. You also have 4 episodes of this. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's 4 episodes right now available on our Patreon page. So please go and support. Like I said, we don't take it for granted. Really appreciate it. And with that, class is in session. Let's do this.
So,
do we know this person?
wait, is that the nephew of, that's Yabu's golly, Yabu's nephew.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to not only get it ready for Gabu, but get ready for Lord Toranaga.
Yeah, Toranaga, yeah. Get rid of all that blood. I wonder, he's like, what is my uncle up to? Like, I know his uncle's not telling him everything. I don't like it. I wonder what he thinking. Oh, me. I wonder what he's thinking.
Well, the other thing too, his uncle promised him to increase his fiefdom, right? So.
Right. So it still benefits them.
I would think.
Chapter 4. What? Interesting.
One year.
拙者の追いが抜かりなく陣頭指揮を取っておりますゆえ。
それはありがたい。我らには一刻の猶予もないのじゃ。大老衆が父上の後釜にキャツラの操り人形を任命。
後釜？
藪重殿には言わなんだかの。大老職を辞すると期した書状を届けるに。
もはや自らを死地に追い込んだようなもの。大家もご家来衆も味方の大名も皆討ち揃うて破滅ですぞ。いや。 Whose army is that?
Yabushige's. All loyal to Toranaga-sama.
He said, that's their army? Yeah, let's hope so, for sure. I wonder what Yabushige is thinking. He's like, if you just simply resigned, then that put everyone under you
in a precarious situation.
今旗本に成り上がりおってな。屋敷を与えられたゆえ手配を頼みたい。そこに奴の性質と通常務め。ようこそおいでくださりましたマリコ様。
Anjin-sama, this is Omi-sama, the lord of this village.
Actually, we've met. Goyo Shao. And fuck yourself. You sniveling little shitbag.
I feel like they're gonna betray him. I feel like they're still gonna betray him. Yeah.
Men. They're definitely loyal to him. I don't know if they'll stay loyal to
they always
Lord
been
Toranaga.
like crafty, it seems.
Now they're cheering his name.
戻るまでに大砲隊を鍛え上げておかねばならない。
He doesn't like being out of the loop.
See? And he knows something's up. Well, not that he knows something up. He's just skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
Or what's the better word?
Oh, like a healthy dose of skepticism?
Yeah, I'm looking for a better word. I'll find it.
He's looking for his men.
Paranoid. I think paranoid is a better word.
Hi. Welcome, Anjin sama.
My men.
実は皆様別の場所にお移りになりまして、でも安全な場所でございます。
I'm sorry.
おい、何をしておる。
ご自分の船へお行きになりたいようでございます。
What now? Let go.
I am afraid you are forbidden from boarding without permission. If there is something you need...
Well, there is, yes. My pistols and my men. Keep asking to see them. Your lord and I had an arrangement.
You're quite mistaken. Your ship and crew now belong to Toranaga-sama. And he will use them as he wishes.
He's like, so am I still a prisoner? Yes, you are.
Anjin-sama, this is Uejiro, the gardener.
Konnichiwa, Uejiro-sama.
Sorry, we do not use sama for Uejiro. It is not proper. Everything here has been prepared specially by your staff.
Staff.
My staff.
You will find your sleeping room as well as Fujisama's room.
I wonder, did he know that he has to be with Lady Tuda?
Oh, she'll be staying there in the guest room.
No, wait a minute. How long am I expected to be here?
Nagakato-sama says training will take at least 6 months.
6 months.
You agreed to train these men, you remember?
I do, yes. For the return of my men and my ship.
As Hatamoto, you have been given a home, a generous salary of 240 koku a year.
I don't want any generous cuckoos.
To refuse would be a terrible insult to our lord.
But I do refuse. I refuse all of this. I came here under clear terms with Toranaga.
大阪では殿に命を救われておきながら後足で砂をかけるような
Talking in his ear.
南蛮船の件を虎中に密告しよった不届き者は見つかったか。
足の村を一人で預かるのは人には多すぎましょう。
負け犬の陣営に加わるほかない有様じゃ。旗本ずらした万人と大砲隊を鍛錬して。
大砲隊とは申しても叔父上の家来であることに変わりはござりません。恐れながら今のところ叔父上のお手元には鉄砲と大砲がございまする。虎中様が戻るまでは全てが叔父上の手の内でございます。再び大老5人が揃わないと決まったわけではございません。石戸様に献上すれば。
I tell you, this dude is still. You ain't worried about no one listening. So now he's there. He's gonna have to watch Toranaga 6. You know what I mean?
Really don't have to be here. She won't let me alone. Wherever I go, she is.
It's not customary for one's consort to sleep while he's awake.
But it's a foolish custom.
This girl's like, I gotta follow him around. Does he ever sleep?
She's my late husband's niece. Accomplished and highborn.
Well, that's absolutely wonderful for her.
The child's father served Toranaga-sama. And now being your consort allows Fujisama to do the same. It gives her a place. Do you know of the Eightfold Fence? From the time we are small, it is something we are taught to build within ourselves. You must train yourself to listen without hearing. For instance, you can listen to the sound of a blossom falling or the rocks growing. If you really listen, your present circumstance vanishes. Do not be fooled by our politeness, our bows, our maze of rituals. Beneath it all, we could be a great distance away.
That kind of the equivalent of go to your happy place. No.
She gave him his guns.
Now just don't be a hothead.
Omi-sama insists it is forbidden to bring your weapons today.
Nonsense. Your people bring swords wherever they go. Not his prisoner anymore. Where I come from, you ask guests to do things.
Please. There is no need for this. You are protected as Hatamoto. Anji-sama ni oshatte kudasarimasu. Teppou wa watakushi ni o azuke kudasare. Give the guns to Fujisama. She's your consort. She will give her life to defend them.
I can damn well defend myself.
Anji-sama! O azuke kudasarimasu.
Till this milk dribbling fucks me, I'm ready to go.
鉄砲。
お引き取りくださりませ。
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
I
like
love
it.
that moment. Love that
Very
moment.
good.
She's very good.
Very good.
Look, she said still got a fight in her, you know?
Mm-hmm.
敵がまだ見たことも聞いたこともない異国の戦術じゃ。
He asks about any tactics our enemies might not yet know.
Well, then, let me tell you about tactics.
I don't think
I will begin
Tornaga's
by
son
describing for you a
trusts
great battle.
Yabu.
We call it the Siege of Malta.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
の
Which is good.
包囲戦についてお話しくださりまする。大層なお戦だったそうです。
We are taught this victory saved the whole Mediterranean seaboard and thus Christendom. from
Sorry, you
being-
said taught? When did this battle occur?
Well, 35, 40 years ago.
So you yourself did not fight in this battle?
She's trying to figure out if he can actually
Perhaps
teach
you might
anything.
start again. Except this time, describe a battle you have actually fought in.
どうしたんじゃ。
So you gonna make up one or something?
Please tell him that, in my opinion, gun tactics are useless compared to the fine art of English naval warfare. How do I say? Back. Back.
たわけたまねよ。大筒が的に当たるはずがない。ポルトガル人の何年も前に。
With the Portuguese
Yeah, their weapons versus theirs
Mhm.
versus the
It's just like
Englishmen.
Mhm.
キャツの大筒は物が違うのかもしれんな。
Hmm. I wonder, should you be teaching your could-be enemy these tactics?
It's definitely dangerous. I think in this situation, though, his enemies are collaborating with Japan, who formerly would have been neutral.
Just start
Mhm.
reading the
Oh, she's gonna
stuff.
start reading it. Yeah. Was he trying to listen to the rock growing?
This is beautiful. The men are learning a decent amount at a decent pace.
Yes. Toranaga-sama will be pleased. Forgive me, Anjin-sama, but I think you should remember your oath is to Toranaga-sama, and not to the orders that brought you here.
What orders?
Your crimes against the Portuguese. I've read them in your own words.
Those were Catholics trying to kill him in Osaka
Yes, trying to kill you.
because they fear what I can offer him. A modern navy, ships built for war, would be to his benefit. Jin,
Was it an earthquake?
Just a baby earthquake.
a baby what?
It is why our houses are built to go up as quickly as they come down. It can come for us at any moment.
Right on me. Getting his groove on.
It's our first time seeing that girl.
It's the girl that was there playing the music.
You think so?
That was her right there.
人がこの村に
Yeah.
参ってから
What?
嫌な話ばかり耳に
Yeah.
村中ピリピリいたしますゆえ
Mm.
叔父上は我らが主君。難しいお方じゃが。
私どものお殿様であればよろしゅうござりましたのに
Really? I'm trying to get in his head now.
Mm.
Number 4. She. Bring forth a chain shot. Chain shot, please. Thank you. Yes. Now, the chain shot increases the radius within which damage occurs.
Mm. Well, we got a chain shot opportunity.
Wait, look.
戦支度をしておるようじゃの。どうかお分かりいただきたい。 あの夜虎中が逃げ出すなどと、それがしはいささかも知らなんだのじゃ。お主は石堂様からその戦に勝つための唯一の手立てを奪う気か？おい、見ろ。あの万人の持ってまいった大筒は、それがしがこれまで見てきた大筒と頼む。今宵はここに泊まってくれ。明日大筒の演習がある。それを見て役に立たぬと思ったなら、この首慎んで石堂様に差し出そう。よかろう。
So now you're gonna keep some of Shido's men as guests?
せいぜい恐れ入らせてもらおうか。
This guy, he wants to please his dad so bad, but he does come across a little green.
お父上を裏切るなどと疑われただけでも不愉快千番。
Yes, she would.
お父上のためなら命も捨てる覚悟でござる。
Sure, you would.
He's playing both sides, and he is so green. Like, I don't
あ
know.
の男のために死ぬことになろうとは表を見なんだわ。
手立てがあるやもしれません。
If he returns to Osaka, he will no doubt be ordered to commit seppuku.
What have you got there?
This may be not for you.
How do you mean? Let me try some. Mariko-sama, would you mind telling Fuji something on my behalf? I wanted to apologize for the way I behaved when I was first brought here. You offer gifts, so excuse my crude wrapping. I'd like to thank her for her excellent service to this house.
She's gonna give it back. Oh, okay.
Did I offend her?
She's gonna give something to him.
Aww. Her father.
Wow.
Fuji-sama, as your consort, would like you to carry her family swords. They are a symbol of her late father's bravery.
Wow.
As Hatamoto, it is not proper for you to have no swords to carry, so you must accept. Doka.
Katachi no gojirimasuru.
Good.
Gozarimasuru to moshimasu.
Gozarimasuru. Gozarimasuru. I'll get it right one of these bloody days.
Why do you not tell him what the dish is?
A bit like cheese. Very stinky, possibly spoiled cheese.
Can you please tell him what the dish is? And me too?
わしなど身の藁の不祥のせがれ未熟者に過ぎぬと。しかし今こそ我らの名に恥じぬよ
お父上のお許しがないまま戦を始めるのはいかがかと。
Yeah.
う自ら動くな。敵がしくじるまで待てとな。
I think he was only
我
playing
らが置かれ
nice.
たこの深刻な
He
状
is
況を
playing nice.
力ばす。敵に我らの戦略を披露するしか手はないのでございまするな。
近江殿、父上に文を送れてないぞ。
She got to follow you, bro.
Sorry.
Oh, that's
Wrong
the other
one.
guy.
Fuji-sama said you were off on a walk. I am happy to see you have changed your mind about bathing. I also wanted you to know you're wrong about my service in Ajiro. It has nothing to do with the church.
Okay. Do tell. Does it do with revenge?
I have not told you my family name, but it is well known in Japan. Many years ago, a great injustice stole everything from me.
You said your houses here are designed to be rebuilt as quickly as they are destroyed. If I see it, I fail to see its ruins. I see only a house, and here I see a magic woman. You love plays here.
Yes, they're very popular. They're quite sad and tragic mostly.
Yes, we have tragedies. Doomed lovers. And all your troubles and your past. And all the ways life seems to leave you wrecked. They all just disappear.
And then you are free.
Yes.
I feel like something bad is about to happen. No.
Nope. I think old girl about trying to sleep with him.
You think so?
I don't know why she would.
Well, maybe because she's forming a connection.
Like, am I supposed to be with the other girl? You in her house, but do this.
No, it's his house.
I mean, still. She run the house.
She does run the house. I wonder how she would feel.
Good morning.
You seem in good spirits.
As I should be.
As I should be. She
The
can't.
courtesan was acceptable then. I'm glad to hear it. Fuji-sama and I thought she would make a pleasing gift.
No, he's carrying a sword.
伝承に違いない。
高戸殿が自ら手配されたものじゃ。
これはお見事。
What is happening?
上善殿はご体のご下にござるぞ。
Oh, wow. He ordered that. Oh.
侍の戦い方ではない。
I hate Omin. Omi is
Wait, no. Omi's
the one.
Yabu's
Yeah, Omi.
nephew.
I'm saying Omi's the one who's
got in his head.
Freaking stupid.
But he.
That's why he was in the background smiling. That's why he was in the background smiling.
Wow. So much happened this episode. I feel like all Yabu was thinking was like, my ally, my ticket, right? I needed someone who was going to be willing to let me play both sides longer so I can, you know, be last man
It's
standing.
all about self-preservation, right?
Yeah,
Whoever
absolutely.
he can put in himself to get himself more power, to be able to, you know, become, you know, more, I guess, powerful. And he was trying to figure out who was going to be the one to get him there. Until he's, to your point, working his angles, and he's trying to teach his nephew how to work the angles too. And his nephew is like, "Look, I figure I could make something happen."
He's good at, I think, he was able to. Well, also, Tornaga's son is easily manipulated.
It seems to be.
And I think you're right. Omi knew just what to say, what to play it, to make him take action, to feel like he needs to do it to prove himself. Now, what he did is kind of unhinged a little bit. I don't know if Omi thought he was going to do that.
No, I think he knew he was going to do. I think whatever it was going to be, he knew that what his Tornago's son was going to do was going to cause war.
It was going to be like the first blow.
And then he told Omi, do not report any of this to my son, to my father.
And Omi's like, perfect set of circumstances to where Tornago will be offended because he won't be in the know, but it'll still look bad on him.
So stupid.
But I feel like people are making a lot of assumptions. Yeah, it's very political right now because Omi is banking on whatever Tornaga's son doing is not gonna like F things up too much to where he and his uncle Yabu can still salvage the best scenario. But it's like
what is he thinking?
How does he think he can be able to prove, like, Yabu's freaking out because in this instance, like, ultimately he's gonna have to answer to what happened in his land, right? No? But also when did the consort tell him, oh, you should be lord? Do you think that's part of it?
Nope. I think he was trying to help his uncle. Because Omi currently knew, and so did Yabu, he knew that he was in a situation where if he goes back with them, he got to commit seppuku. He has to kill himself. If he don't, then that's war. And then there's basically, it's like, my family is denouncing you guys and we're no longer allies. However, if someone else get in between that and cause something, like in this case, Tanagu's son doing something, that kind of at least
a buffer
puts them, like a buffer, puts them like, hey, I didn't do anything.
Like a political
right.
buffer.
We didn't do anything. We were just there. We were trying to show a demonstration, and then old boy's son decided to go crazy. So this is not on us. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, it could be wrong. I'm thinking Nomi realized he was trying to figure out how to get his uncle out of the dilemma he was in. His uncle is in the dilemma.
Yeah.
But this gets him kind of out of a dilemma.
I mean, only
because he doesn't have to go back with him.
Only if it plays out well, because still, if from Lord Ishido's perspective, he sent men with a summons for Yabu to come back. Mm-hmm. If Yabu ignores the summons, he's considered a fugitive. Right. He already made that clear. So at this point, didn't. Right, he technically didn't refuse it.
Yeah,
but at this point, if old boy is dead and all his men are blown to smithereens,
there's a lot of witnesses.
Someone is gonna come knocking. Someone's gonna come knocking.
Of course, somebody's gonna go to come knocking, trying to figure out what happened, and he can tell them, "I had nothing to do with this."
And so what?
We let them. We took them in. We let them sleep overnight because it was a long journey. We're gonna go back with them. But I can't now because y'all started a war. It had nothing to do with me.
I'm really curious how they played it, because to me, it's right now, it's really about saying just the right thing to make you feel like you're in the clear. Because if not, someone could be like, well, technically you received the summons. Yes, Ish went down, but you still didn't come back here like we asked you to. You know?
Well, probably their protocol, their tradition is you got to go back with somebody. You can't just go by yourself. I mean, I don't have no idea about how that's going to go down.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think this gives them a way out. This gives Yabushige a way out from the situation. He was in a dilemma. Now it's a totally different dilemma. It had nothing to do with him. He didn't cause this. You know what I'm saying? And he made it very loud and very profound. Hey, I was trying to show them a test.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is stalling on his part.
No, obviously
stalling played out in his favor because everybody got to see a live demonstration of what happens when you blow up people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure
blowing
did.
up targets, it's wood splintered, this would be successful. But when you actually see horse pieces flying and body parts,
that was bloody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like everybody is yo, this works. You know.
So here's the situation. Ashido, he's gonna be pissed, and Ashido's men
are dead.
But you can see they were kind of belittling this whole situation. You know what I mean? They weren't taking anything serious.
Even further is what made him be yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let me just blow them up.
But
he comes across as unhinged and then coming at them with the sword, and then the guy saying this is no way for a samurai, which I know that there's a lot of they have a very particular customs and war culture. So anything that's not really
Ghost of Tsushima, I'm talking about. Yeah, there was the samurai, and then you had the barbarians showed up, and they was look, we know your customs, and we know how to
play you.
Play you like a freaking game, and they did. But solid episode. Yeah. Obviously, again, what's her name? Mariko. She slept with him.
Yeah.
And then she acted like she didn't sleep with him.
She acted like, oh, did you enjoy the concubine that was sent to you?
Mm-hmm. And obviously they're speaking English, so they can have a whole blown conversation.
Or Portuguese. They're speaking Portuguese.
Oh, Portuguese, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Portuguese. They'll have a whole conversation without her understanding what exactly
his consort.
Said. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what Tago is her name.
No.
His consort is Tago. Her name is Tago.
No.
Yeah. Her name is Tago.
I don't think that's true.
That's her name. Her name is Tago.
But I thought I saw something different in the screen.
Probably her last name is something else or whatever, but her name is Tago.
Okay, we gotta look at the spelling or something.
We'll see. I believe I'm right. You gotta pick up these names real quick or you'll be lost.
It is, we need to, and I know I'm gonna say it wrong, but I know Tornaga's son, his name starts with an N. It's either Nagarata or something like that, but we gotta write these down.
Right now, his son.
Yes, that's it. But yeah, I thought it was we kind of got a little bit more of a glimpse as to maybe what Mariko went through, but still not the full picture. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that they're unfolding her in layers, because you can tell like she's getting more comfortable with Blackthorn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they're, yeah. So you could kind of see that. You could kind of see like the more long glances, and I think too it makes a difference. Like when you read somebody's like journal or diary, like you kind of know them more personally. So that's I think the biggest shift was when she started reading stuff in his own words, his own summons, and she was kind of like staring at him and like
This is what I'm talking about. So
no, but also at the same time, I think you think she's playing the long game.
No.
With him?
Mariko, I guarantee, and again, this is me just reading into it again, because she said earlier in the episode,
and something on the paper said burn in hell.
Well, I'm saying something like she said something earlier in the episode, and she was saying like they learned how to listen without hear, and eventually you can be in a totally different place or alone.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, she's like, hey, don't take our kindness and how polite we are as in our customs as like something, like we don't have rage under us.
Yeah.
It's like we're just, and so this is what I'm thinking. So hear me out here.
All right, go ahead.
Again, she's like, she was about to tell John her situation, like why, like her upbringing, what took place.
Some of it.
She's gonna tell him, and he was like, "You know what? I don't need to hear all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We talk about all these ruins building up. All I see is the house. Okay,
well,
I don't see ruins.
More than that.
Right?
I think he said like he can look and see, like, because if the house is burned down and you rebuild it, the house is burned down and rebuild it, right? A newcomer coming in will just see a house,
right?
They won't.
I don't need to see all. I don't see the ruin.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like he doesn't see the rebuilding.
The
but
rebuilding.
I think what he's saying is when he sees her, he sees the evidence of a woman that has been built over time.
Sure. Yeah.
That's how I took it.
I take it the same way. I'm just saying he doesn't see the ruin part. He doesn't see anything that she's completely talking about that there's ruin. I see structure, right? I see a building.
But I guess I took it a little bit different.
You trying to take it all poetic. I'm just simply saying that he's basically saying I don't see the flaws that you're trying to show me, or you're telling me. That's all I'm saying. All right. So anyway, here's my point. Okay, the point is that just like she's telling him that don't take these politeness and all that kind of stuff, she's probably a rage and see about what happened to her family, and I guarantee what happened to her family is brought on by the Portuguese that showed up and did that. And so as she's reading the journal, she's finding the same amount of hatred towards the Portuguese as John Blackthorn. And so she's finding a little bit of connection.
Spirit.
You know what I'm saying? So she's like,
kindred spirit.
I like this. You know? I hate them people and he hate them people. We are finding a sense of, to your point, kindred spirit of like, let's kill these people.
I'm so curious though, because
I'm telling you.
I mean, she does play things really well, because she said that Lord Tornaga gave her an opportunity to, I forget what the term she used, but was it to find recourse or resolution with what happened in her past. But when we're coming into the show, he asks for her specifically to be a translator for the Portuguese.
Right.
So a translator because of her knowledge of Portuguese as a tutor. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious what being a translator, like what that provides her in terms of resolution. Do you know what I mean? I do see what you're saying, but at the same time, he asked her, I don't know if your faith will inhibit you. Remember, he asked her that, and then she said that she has two hearts.
Right, something like that.
Like a known heart and like a secret heart. So I didn't get the sense that her faith was ingenuine, but to your point, I
wouldn't say her faith was probably genuine. I wouldn't say that.
But you could still find faith and still maybe hate the people that came and monopolized the situation.
Right. So, anyway, what are you giving it? What rating?
I'm giving it... the more we talk about it, the more I want to give it a higher ranking. I think I'm going to give it a 9.2.
9.2. That's a solid score. I'm gonna give it a 9. 9.2. That's our score. What is your score? What would you give this episode? Comment below. Let us know. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can always get the latest anything we post right here on the channel.
That's right. Also, don't forget to become a member of our Patreon. If you're watching this on YouTube, there are already up to 4 episodes in advance on our Patreon, depending on which tier you are a member of. So go check it out. You won't be disappointed.
Guys, until next time, we'll catch you in the next video.
Bye.